After he had dinner with my patriarch last night, Masumi Arakawa left Heian Tower alone. So he must have been shot on his way home.
Any idea who did it?
I put my money on an Omi loyalist. Pretty sure I'd win that bet, too. Hell, there were shootings in Sotenbori, too. Attempts on Captain Watase and Daigo Dojima.
Are they okay?
Yeah. Apparently, they had some ex-Tojo legends with them. Can't ask for better bodyguards than that.
No kidding. And yeah, that does point to Omi retaliation.
Uh-huh. You and your pals should be careful, since you were on the dissolution's front lines. The remnants will have a bone to pick with you.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'll pass on the advice.
Can't believe this shit anymore. The Omi wiped off the face of the earth, all because of the stupid Arakawa family. Idiots blew up their own inheritance. Their betrayal cannot stand, Sawashiro-san. Remember how we used to be sister families with the Tojo clan? We had bases in Kanto and everything. Of course, the only reason we helped Arakawa-san push the Tojo clan out of Kamurocho in the first damn place was so our family would survive too. Because we're sick and tired of the Tojo demanding tribute money just to let us keep land we'd already been living on for years. If that had kept up, we would have been crushed, just like any other family without their own territory in Tokyo. That's why we work with Arakawa in spite of it being disloyal to the Tojo.
Exactly. And who's going to keep any of the promises Arakawa made? He promised once he was at the top of the Omi Alliance, he would promote us to the main family. Are we just supposed to accept that won't happen now?
Listen, you whiners, quit your belly aching. I won't let the Omi Alliance die. We'll just give it a new name. Like Kanto-senpai. I know we've caused a real shit show for you. But I promise we'll pay you back in full someday. And for now, all of us are asking your forgiveness.
Well, just so you know, it's not like we're asking to cut ties to the Arakawa family. We'd like to keep things friendly, if that's possible. Of course! After all, it was Arakawa who was the brains behind the betrayal. And now that he's gone, I'd say the score is settled. If you need us, our door is wide open for you. Second patriarch of the Arakawa family.
Thank you for your understanding. What?
You think the score's settled? You backwater scumbags don't deserve to be called Yakuza.
Excuse me? You want to repeat that?
Sawashiro, you fuck!
I can get the Arakawa family back on its feet without you. Easily, in fact. All I have to do is unite the Omi already here in the east.
You're way out of line. Arakawa fucked up. His captain should be on his knees right now. Stop! What are you doing?
You know, guys like you are all bark and no balls when it's wartime. That's the kind of Yakuza I can't fucking stand. Only a few years ago, you were sucking up to the Tojo clan. Then Arakawa changed his colors, and there you were at his feet. Now he's dead, and you think you can pull the senpai card on me? Talk is cheap. The Yakuza way to lead is with bloodshed. The weak always fall in line behind the strong.
Help me!
Time to accept it. Among the men in this room, you represent the weak, and that goes for all of you! I fully intend to start a new chapter for the Yakuza as the Tokyo Omi Alliance. I hope we can count on your support, Senpai.
What makes you think you have any right to pull that shit?
You haven't known me very long, but I think I've made a pretty strong case here for what I'm capable of.
Convince me.
I'm not the type of Yakuza who's gonna sit on his hands after his patriarch got removed.
What's your point?
Right now, I don't know if it was you or some other Kansai punk, but I will gut the man who killed him. You have my word on that. There will be no mercy.
The fuck are you saying? Every thug out there on the street knows that you killed your boss under Haoki's orders. You think picking a fight with me is your ticket to the big time? You see yourself as the guy on top at the dawn of a new age for the Yakuza. That ain't gonna fly.
Sure. I'll give you until I've rounded up all the stragglers in Tokyo to make your move. Until then, keep sucking on the Omi's dried up teats.
Sorry I'm late. You guys always go this hard on kids? Where's this brat of mine you say you've got?
Arakawa-san! The little fuck damn near took our guy out! We can't just hand him back to you without some compensation! Somebody's gotta take responsibility.
I see. Well, how about a finger? I'll trade you my finger for him. Sound fair? I'll just borrow this. All right then. Let's go, you little shit.
Think that's your phone.
This is Hoshino.
Sherman.
You okay?
Yeah, I guess.
You don't sound okay. You eating well?
No.
Then start. A poor diet won't help with the grief. Meet me at Heian Tower.
What for?
That's the last place I saw Arakawa-san. I'll treat you to what he ate as his final meal.
Thanks, but right now
Just be there.
Fine.
I'll be waiting.
Chairman Hoshino wants to meet.
Yeah, at Heion Tower.
Are you going?
Yeah. Maybe he'll tell me about Arakawa-san's last moments. Yo, Sachan!
Sachan?
Wait, you're not Sachan?
It's nice to see you again, Kasuga-san. We met at Sunlight Castle, isn't that right?
Wait, are you Nanoha-san? But why are you here? Who told you to meet me? Huh?
It's me, Ichiban! Look closer, it's me, Psycho!
Oh, so it is you, Sachan.
If you can't see through it, then my performance must be good. I'm sure Katsuragawa will think I'm Nanoha too.
For sure he will. Even though, actually, I was just pretending to be tricked.
Yeah, whatever you say. Anyway, I figured out where to find Katsuragawa. Nanoha's gonna pay him a surprise visit and tell him to hit the road. You're still coming with me, right? He's at his office right now. He said it was a consulting firm, but it's actually an illegal loan business. And his bodyguard and his employees, they were all in that shady biker gang he used to be in.
Scum collects around other scum. Man, how did Nanoha get caught up with people like that?
She might just be the kind of girl who's into it. Or maybe I shouldn't have butted into her life so much. You probably understand by now how bad I feel about all this.
Hey, maybe it wasn't you. Maybe she's just the kind of girl who's into bad boys. Either way, let's go fix this for her. Time to take out the trash.
Wait, what the fuck? Are you serious right now? I knew something was up with you. Showing up out of the blue like this. What's gotten into you? You realize what you're doing?
I sure as hell do. I'm saying I won't give you any more money.
Okay, but...
And that means you have no reason to be with me, right? So we're breaking up. For good.
Oh, come on, babe, don't be stupid. It's not like I was going out with you just for the money.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore. Just give me what you owe me. Right here, right now.
What? I can't right now. I gotta throw $2 million at my company soon, or it'll go belly up. Sweetie, you know how hard I've worked for this. I just need a little more. You could pull in $2 mil back at the Soapland easy.
Hey man, I gotta ask. How much have you already borrowed from Nanoha?
Hey man, I gotta ask, how about you fuck right off?
If she lent you $2 million on top of everything else, how much of that total do you plan on paying back someday?
You need to crawl back down out of my ass, dude. This ain't none of your business.
You don't know, do you? Yeah, you want to borrow even more. You're lucky Nanoha's not a real loan shark.
I'm lucky, because Nanoha and I are in love. Money don't matter, right, babe? These fucking tightwads.
It's 1.3 million yen. That's the amount of money Katsuragawa-san has already borrowed from Nanoha-san.
Hey, Yamashita, stay out of this. Nobody asked you.
Forgive me. It wasn't my place.
Nah, thanks for speaking up, Yamashita. Good man. So, we'll be taking that 1.3 million back today.
Who are you anyway? You're a real Yakuza-looking motherfucker. Maybe you're trying to take my girl's money for yourself.
That's none of your concern. Give me back my money so I can be on my way.
Nanoha, I love you. Come on. Remember what you said? How you always dreamed of what we have?
Nanoha really loved you that much?
We're perfect for each other. Honey, you're a sweet angel, and I'm the guy who protects you from all the bastards of the world.
Ah, so that's the excuse you've been using for dragging her down.
He's one of the bastards I'm talking about! Yamashita, what are you waiting for? Toss this guy out on his ass already!
No. Haven't you done enough?
What? What did you say?
Sir, step back and take a look at yourself. You need to let Nanoha-san go. She's been working herself to the bone to support her father. She needs the money. Besides, you've got a bunch of other girls coming around anyway.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm doing what's right, boss. You can't just keep squeezing the poor girl dry. And she shouldn't have to work at no damn soapland. I can't just sit by and watch this happen to an innocent woman. It just ain't right.
Yo, why don't you think about who you're talking to? I'm the guy who saved your ass when you were a zit-faced teenager, remember? So unless you want to go back to being everybody's little bitch...
Every time someone calls you out or wants to leave your ass, you just make threats? Are all your boys with you just out of fear? I bet they all hate your guts.
Alright, I'm just fucking sick of you now. All of you, stop standing around with your dicks in your hands and throw this guy out! Yamashita too, the goddamn traitor!
Can't say I didn't see this coming. Well, except for Yamashita-kun acting like a real man. That was a nice surprise.
No kidding.
You know, I've been looking for an excuse to cut ties with him.
Maybe it's even simpler than that. Maybe you just like Nanoha.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Wait, you do, don't you? Well, that's great, Yamashita-kun. Kinda cute, honestly.
Yeah, you'll both be real cute after I crush you into little pieces. Scared? Yeah. This'll be good.
You're gonna be in a whirlwind. Here we go.
Let's go.
This out.
The enemy is defeated.
Please, stop hitting me. I'm sorry.
Come on, where's all that fighting spirit, Katsuragawa? Don't tell me you've had enough. Give back all the money you borrowed from Nanoha right now, then get the hell out of Ijincho. If I see you around town again, I'll kick your ass even harder. If you reach out to Nanoha, you won't have an ass when I'm done.
Okay, I got it. Please, just let me go.
All right. I won't hit you again. I won't.
You asshole. Don't you ever take advantage of a woman ever again!
Wait, are you for real? This is Nanoha's sister? She has a twin? Damn.
Sorry to disappoint you, Yamashita-kun. I know you probably worked up all that courage to look cool for Nanoha.
Sorry, Yamashita-kun.
No, that's all right. I mean, running him off still makes life better for Nanoha-san. That's what matters. So you're gonna keep acting like you never knew she worked at the soapland?
Yes, and this whole Katsuragawa incident never happened, okay? I am dead serious about this.
Okay. But she's definitely going to notice that her boyfriend suddenly skipped town without saying goodbye. And it happened right after she got a phone call from her estranged sister telling her to break up with the guy.
What are you saying?
You don't think she'll figure out her sis had something to do with his disappearance? I mean, it'll almost be too obvious that Psycho said something to make him leave.
Whoa, now that you say that, yeah.
That's fine, honestly. Can't really do much about it now, can I?
But what if Nanoha gets pissed at you again? I thought you wanted to have a good relationship with her.
Her happiness is my top priority. How she feels about me is secondary to that.
It still kinda sucks if she ends up hating you after you did so much for her. She would have ended up broke if she stayed with that douchebag. You deserve some credit.
I'm just grateful I can still talk to her on the phone. All I want is for her to be happy.
Still...
Huh. I could always tell Nanoha-san it went down like this.
Like what?
I'll tell her Katsuragawa's firm took a nosedive and he bailed to escape all his debts, but I got him to leave enough to pay her back. That way she can get her money without knowing you two were involved.
Nice plan. I like how it conveniently gives you all the credit, Yamashita-kun.
Oh, you're right. Guess that's no good, is it? I don't want to take all the credit. After all, I only said what was true. It killed me to see her caught up in Katsuragawa's game for so long. I kept telling myself that I would stand up for her if she ever needed it, but then I'd make excuses, telling myself it wasn't the right time. When I saw her, well, when I saw someone I thought was her, demanding what she was owed, I knew the time had come.
Sachan, you hearing this? What do you think?
Hey, Yamashita-kun.
Yeah?
Let's say you're at a restaurant or a store. How exactly would you treat the staff?
I just try to be as polite as possible. Even though people don't expect it because of how I look, it's still the right thing to do.
Okay. Well, you pass for now.
Setting the bar for being your sister squeeze kinda low, aren't you?
I said for now, didn't I?
Huh?
Don't worry. I'm still gonna watch over Nanoha from my big sister perch somewhere. So if Yamashita-kun turns out to be a total creep, then I'll just have to step in. Whatever it takes to make her happy.
I get that. I'd want the same.
You're a good sister, Sachan. I'm sure Nanoha will eventually realize that. Hopefully sooner than later.
Thanks so much, Ichiban. That's twice now you've helped me save my sister. I really am grateful, you know. I'm glad you're in my life.
Hey, Namba! You thinking what I'm thinking?
If it's a drink you want, I can't. I have to take care of some shopping.
You? Shopping?
It's for the bartender. It told me he'd give me an extension on my tab if I ran a couple errands for him. Pain in the ass all the same.
Man, you are getting a much better deal than he is.
Maybe so. In any case, I'll see you around.
Okay. See you in a bit.
Running around doing manual labor at my age. Where did I go wrong?
So, Namba and Mizue-chan. I assume you're hatching a plan to reunite them?
Hold on. How in the heck did you...
Eavesdropping on customers has never been my policy. But you two hardly count.
You mean you were listening in when Namba was pouring his heart out?
Not like I tried to. I just happened to be at the counter and something he said made me put two and two together.
What do you mean?
There's a bar I go to every so often. Just got themselves a new hostess. I believe her name's Futaba.
What's she got to do with Namba?
Well, as it turns out, this Futaba had been a nurse up until just recently. She was telling me about her nursing life at the hospital, and in the middle of her story, wouldn't you know it, a medicine theft turned up. She said a nurse who worked there, some guy, admitted to the theft before the cops could get involved.
What? But that could only mean...
I know. She had to have been talking about Namba. If that's true, then the two of them worked at the very same hospital. Naturally, I'd assume she would know when Mizue-chan is leaving.
Have you told Namba any of this?
No, not yet. Besides, he said it himself. He couldn't reach out to his colleagues even if he wanted to. On the other hand, I'm sure his drinking buddy could reach out on his behalf.
I get you. Man, you came strong with that one.
But listen, if you do go and meet Futaba, I wouldn't tell Namba if I were you.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to make it seem like I'm doing it behind his back.
I figured as much. So I called Futaba's bar and spoke to the mama there. She said Futaba's on her way.
She's on her way here? Wait, is that why you sent Namba shopping? Dude, how do you think that many moves ahead?
Bringing people together is what a bartender does. All I can do is facilitate. The rest is up to you.
Then I won't let this chance go to waste.
Hey. So, my boss said you wanted to see me?
You're Futaba-san?
In the flesh. Am I supposed to know you?
No, I just wanted to ask you a few things. Here, have a seat.
How long's this gonna take? I'm off today, and I was planning to hit the pachinko parlor.
Okay, I'll make it quick. And now listen, you were a nurse before, right?
Yeah, and?
One of your colleagues got fired for selling off meds. You remember who that was?
God, how would I know?
I'm sure you heard something. I'm thinking he's a friend of mine.
Look, the only thing I know about it is that the guy was some four-eyed mope.
Oh, that has to be Namba.
That name does ring a bell. Hey, hun. No way. Shut up! They raised the jackpot?! Babe, do not let anyone sit there! I'm on my way right now!
Before you go, tell me, do you know anyone named Mizue-chan? She worked with you at the hospital
Who even cares?! You're wasting my pachinko time!
Wait, we're not done!
Hey, guys.
Namba, hey! Back already? Man, you shop quick.
Yeah, well, I forgot the shopping list, so I had to come back and get it. Anyway, who was that walking out of here just now?
Say what?
I couldn't see her face or anything, but wasn't there a lady just in here?
Nah, you need better glasses, man. Nobody came in or out of here, right, bartender?
Yeah.
Huh? Is there a reason you two are acting suspicious as hell?
Whoa, let's tone it down, buddy.
Could it be the two of you were conspiring to throw me a surprise birthday party?
Uh-huh.
You knew I had a birthday coming up, so you two must have gotten together to plan the whole thing out.
Yup. You got us, man. Now the surprise is ruined.
See, I knew it. You always go over the top when it comes to these things. So, what kind of party we talking here? Give me a hint.
I can't give away too much, but we were thinking it'd be like a cocktail party.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, we all know how much you love to drink.
Does that mean we get to dress up and eat hors d'oeuvres too? Oh, that would be classy.
I won't spoil any more. You'll just have to wait.
Finally, a happy birthday. All right. As soon as I'm back from the store, we are drinking.
I'll be here, man. Oh, and you better not pull some I forgot my wallet crap again.
Shoot. I actually did forget my wallet.
This guy.
Yo, how goes it, Kasuga-kun?
Look at you. You're blending in already, Zhao.
You know it. Turns out drinks taste a lot better without bodyguards watching your every move.
Yeah? So that was the life of the former leader of the Yokohama Lumang.
That shit was dumped on me from the day I was born. Kind of a drag. Growing up knowing you had a fucking script.
Well, the nice thing about alcohol is it tastes better if you complain while you're drinking it.
Ah, sure. Enjoy my childhood trauma. But I guess after all the shit you've been through, you've earned it.
Your dad led the Yokohama Lumang before you, right? What's he doing now?
He died a few years after retiring. Right in his bed. He's lucky he never got shot or stabbed.
Hey, yeah. That's a real achievement for a gang boss.
Yeah, I guess so. He only managed it by sleeping with one eye open his whole life. No matter how you slice it, it's not a great way to live. I sure as hell didn't want to lead the Liumang. But Mabuchi, this shit was always up his alley.
You mean Laoma? What even happened to that guy? I haven't even seen him since we kicked his ass during the whole Omi Alliance thing.
Don't you know what the Yokohama Liumang does to traders? They use them as filling that goes inside meat buns.
What? You serious? Right now Laoma is... Baoma?
You're fucking hilarious. But I was kidding. You think I'm the kind of guy who'd do that?
Look, if you killed him, I'll be cool about it. Or at least I'll do my best. Just be straight with me. Is he inside a meat bun?
Oh, you're softer than any bun out there. Look at you all worried.
I just don't like the thought of that happening to people.
Even creeps like Mabuchi, who murdered your boss without a second thought?
Even creeps like him. All I wanted was to knock that guy's lights out and hand him to the cops.
But by the time his lights were nice and knocked out, the Omi showed up, and you never saw him again, did you?
You really did kill him, didn't you?
Alright, I'm bored of messing with you. I didn't kill him.
Oh, had a feeling you didn't.
Why is that?
Hard to explain, but I don't get that vibe from you. Not one bit. In fact, it always kind of felt to me like your hard-ass act was just a show for your boys. A front you put on.
Ah, that's a little harsh there, eh, Kasuga-kun?
You don't strike me as the type to lock guys up or torture them either. Especially one of your own, like Mabuchi.
He and I call the same place home. Nothing could make me take his life. But now, Songhui's in charge of the Yokohama Liumang. It's up to her to settle things if Mabuchi shows his face again. He's the reason Komijul's a pile of ashes, so I don't think she'll be treating him as nice as I would.
Probably not.
Which is why I gave Mabuchi the heads up and told him to leave Ijincho.
Really? Well, that's taking things into your own hands.
A few of his boys went with him, and I forgave the ones that wanted to stick around. It's a hard reset. Clean slate for everyone. Songhui was good with that.
You two are more generous than I thought.
Mabuchi brought in a lot of cash for us, and he was damn consistent about it. The fact that he kept a bunch of shit hidden from us was an issue, but I could deal.
So you knew about it and you just let it slide?
The guys from my dad's generation were pissed, for sure. Kept saying Mabuchi was breaking sacred laws of the gang. But what did they expect from a sadist in Japan's most famous gray zone? That he'd have a moral compass or some shit?
Seriously?
How about we toast to Mabuchi, wherever he might be?
Well, he's no friend of mine, but what the hell. If you can cheer to him, I can too.
Now we're talking.
Kasuga-san.
Welcome. Thanks.
Hey, why don't we all play some cards sometime?
Where's this coming from?
The bartender said we could use one of the rooms here. I figured it'd be fun to laze around and play a game or something.
Well, the second floor is a lot more, homey than that fancy first floor, so...
So what do we play? Sevens?
No way. It's gotta be President. It's more exciting with more people.
Ooh, that sounds fun. I was playing that every night with the boys back at the camp, so I'm pretty good.
I used to play it with my buddies on the force. Think I'm gonna let you guys win?
I was the best player in the Komijo.
So, can we cut the 8?
Well, what about the 11 back?
7 handoff?
What do you mean by 7 handoff? What about stairs?
Man, they're getting pretty worked up about this.
You know, all these local house rules are just a pain in the butt. Let's just play Old Maid.
Yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you for your concern, Song-hui.
Yo, what'd she say?
Oh, nothing. She just asked for an update on the situation. That's all.
Yeah? Bet it feels pretty good knowing a babe like her's looking out for you.
I'm blessed to serve one such as she. The Jungi-han I served before was quite the blessing as well. If I'm to talk about Jungi-han, I'll need to provide some backstory.
Cool with me. I got plenty of time.
Ha! Then I hope you're prepared to sit for a while.
Sure, I'm all ears.
My father was one of the stray Qingwan Mafia I mentioned earlier. And to speak further, he was a lowly thug left behind in a foreign land. In my youth, I was relentlessly beaten by my father, in addition to being neglected by those around me. Home, school. No place provided me with even the slightest bit of sanctuary. Thinking back on it, I'm sure I was a rather dissolute child.
Well, you're not alone in feeling like you got no place to go. Plenty of people feel that way, even civilians.
Feelings of isolation are really that common, huh? Not sure if I should be comforted or not.
Sorry. Didn't derail the story, did I?
The real Jungi-han had also been raised in a poor and neglected environment like me. But rumors of his strength, intelligence, and ambition started to swirl. And as the men from my father's generation grew older, Jungi-han started gaining more and more power. In fact, it was thanks to him that the stray Jingon found any success in Kamurocho at all. While the Tojo clan was being choked by anti-violence laws, the Jingon Mafia were steadily gaining a sense of existence.
Sounds like he must have been pretty cool.
Yes. But my father, who underestimated him as some young greenhorn, failed to prove his worth and was left trying to catch up. A staunch alcoholic, he used what drunken wit he had to try to get close to the young leader. So, eventually he worked out a plan. He would mold his own son's face, set him up as a body double, and offer him as tribute.
What?
I was drugged by my father, and this was done to me while I slept.
No way. He did all that just to impress the boss?
When he was presented with a body double, even the real Jungi-han could only force a smile. But he saw what had gone into my face, and he respected the effort. So he said it was a fair offer, and took me under his wing.
And what's your father doing now?
He's long since passed away. His health was already in steady decline, and For what it's worth, I'm sure he wasn't opposed to dying at the bottom of a bottle.
That's a shame. Guess you two weren't super close then.
Jungi-han kept me at his side as much as possible so that I might learn his mannerisms. Strangely enough, it was the only place that finally felt like home. I was very much his servant, and he was very much my master. But in spite of that, we shared a lot of laughs in the long time we spent together. A lot of drinks as well. And though I was his double, it would be rude of me to say that we came to resemble twins.
So the way you're talking right now, that's something Jungi-han taught you?
The real Jungi-han had a way with words I never will. And when he walked into a room, you knew it. Try as I might, I would never reach his level.
Hearing you say all that makes me even more curious.
About what, may I ask?
I'm pretty curious how you managed to totally imitate this guy.
Oh?
Changing your face is one thing, but to be able to be just like the guy means you're, like, a master impersonator or some shit.
Unfortunately, it's far more than impersonation. It's a lifestyle, which requires one to change on the inside as well.
Well, sorry for asking about something so stupid then.
Not at all. It's been a long time since I've laughed like this.
But you know, despite me saying sorry, there's still one thing I gotta ask.
And that is?
Isn't it about time you told me your real name?
Ah.
Still a no, huh?
Ha. Just a little taken aback is all. I have no problem telling you. When I was first brought into this world, I was given the name Yeonsu Kim.
Yeonsu Kim.
I have no intention of returning to that name. Not when the real Jungi-han has already passed away.
The real one took a bullet to the head, yeah?
Correct. There was conflict with a group from Hiroshima that had made its way into Tokyo. As far as I'm concerned, the Jingon Mafia died along with him. At the time, I was given the role of staring down the other hostile groups within Kamurocho as Jungi-han. But with their real boss dead, the remaining Jingon Mafia in Kamurocho were nothing but paper tigers. Should our enemies have discovered this, we would have been ousted and probably killed.
If it were me, I probably would have gotten the hell out of Kamurocho. Left everything behind.
Yes, that's precisely what I did. The few remaining members at my side did the same. But seeing as the Jingon Mafia was all I'd ever had, I had no place to go. No refuge where I might reconvene with my allies. I was lost and alone in the world. Like a man dying of thirst in the desert, surrounded by a hungry pack of wolves.
Sounds like you had it rough.
I found a faint glimmer of hope in the Korean community here in Japan. But even they refused to accept me, as I was nothing but a criminal to them. Thinking on it now, I should have expected as much from those living an honest life. But still, in my confusion and dismay, I challenged them, asking why they would abandon one of their own.
I get that.
It was enough to make them call the police. And I'm sure that under normal circumstances, I would have been taken away. However...
Huh? Come on, man. Don't just leave me hanging.
The police officers were imposters. And instead of being incarcerated, I was brought to my new home, Yokohama Ijincho.
So those fake officers, were they?
Members of the Komijul, sent to retain me under the orders of Samui. It turned out that the Komijul was a place that many former Jingon members had drifted to. Those that distanced themselves from Kamurocho slowly but surely found their way there.
Oh yeah. Songhui did mention something about the Komijul having roots in the Jingon Mafia.
Indeed. Komijul is essentially a safe haven for refugees. That's why they tend to keep quiet and remain exceedingly closed off. For many years, they spied on the Jingon Mafia in Kamurocho from a distance, keeping close watch on their movements. I was fortunately saved by the hand that the Komijul had extended to me. Moreover, Song-hui told me what had happened to the real Chung Han. That he had been shot in the head by an assassin hired by the Hiroshima Yakuza, taken by surprise from the shadows.
An assassin? So what'd you guys do? You kill him?
No. By the time I'd learned of his existence, he was already dead. I wasn't even given the chance for revenge. I spent many of the following days in despair. But even though I was in such a hollow state, Song-hui patiently waited for my recovery. She was more like family to me than my abusive father could have ever hoped to be. A sister to replace the brother I had found in Jung Han. Frankly, nothing would hurt me more than to betray her expectations and disappoint her. And Kasuga-san, as for you and me... I'm wondering what sort of boss you will be. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do.
I don't remember ever becoming your boss. Right now, I think drinking buddy is a better term, don't you?
I see. Then I will do my best to live up to that title.
Oh, guess that's finally it for introductions. He sure is shy, that young Soo Kim.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。
What do you usually do on your days off, Adachi-san?
Well, I'm actually pretty fond of gardening. Yeah, I've got a little planter on the porch. I give it water, fertilizer, do my best to take care of it. Snack time's the best, knowing you've grown the snacks yourself.
Huh, that does sound nice.
Is that really fun, though?
Huh?
Wouldn't it be faster to just buy them instead of messing around with all that fertilizer and shit? Sounds like it's more trouble than it's worth, if you ask me.
Harvesting things you grew yourself is special, right, Adachi-san?
You know, shopping for the ingredients probably is faster. What have I been doing with my life?
Adachi-san, don't let this idiot get to you. Keep taking care of your garden.
Speaking of, what's your hobby, Zhao?
Me? Bonsai.
You little...
Watch me.
You're in it now!
I'm over here. There's something. To go. Eyes on.
Let's do it.
Good times.
Hey, Kasuga-kun. I hear you're going to a vocational school.
Yeah, I can't say I ever saw myself doing it at this age, but it feels pretty good when you pass a test.
Huh. Think there'd be something for me there? I'm not certified in anything.
How about a chef's license? Pretty good at cooking.
I'd probably want something a little more fitting. Are there any certifications for assassination or shit like that?
I'd like to take that test as well. Perhaps I could start at level 2, however.
Guys, are you freaking serious right now? This could get rough.
Mission apparel.
Well,
Let's go! Power. Okay.
You're done.
You're in it now!
cool. I'm over here. Who wants to go?
Watch me.
Let's go!
On it.
Yeah. Watch this. Yeah. Check this out. With finesse.
Well, you think you can win? Who wants to go?
Weak. Power. Okay.
Eyes on you.
Kick your ass. Let's go. Fight.
You're in for it.
Here it comes.
Good times.
I want you to know, last night, Arakawa seemed at peace. Like an actor stepping off stage to thunderous applause. I think that's because he achieved his goals. He dissolved the Omi, and he got to see you again. He certainly looked like he was enjoying his Peking duck. I commented on it, actually. Can you believe this? He said he'd never had it before.
What?
He said he almost got to try it 50 years ago, but then his father was killed, and he'd never gotten around to ordering it again.
Huh?
After we finished, I said I'd walk him to his hotel, the offer. Said he wanted time alone to just take in the night air. I didn't push it. I just bid him a good evening and left. But if I had pushed it, he'd probably be alive right now. I failed him.
No, it's not your fault. Let me ask you something. Do you think it was Omi loyalists?
Yes. No doubt in my mind. It was revenge for his role in dissolving the Omi. Men who saw fit to end someone's life over such a thing.
How could Yakuza do that? Kill a captain like him?
Kasuga. The Omi loyalists in Kanto are already attempting to form a new faction. They complain the loudest about the dissolution. I imagine one of them is the likely culprit.
Forming a new faction? After killing Arakawa-san?
Yes. Care to hazard a guess as to who is directing them? Because I think it's the one man who could actually bring them to heel. Ryo Aoki.
No. The young master? Ordering the death of his own father?
He wouldn't be the first to commit patricide for power. The one silver lining is, with Arakawa gone, there's very few men Aoki can give direct orders to. Kasuga, you should take revenge for Arakawa. I can lend you men from the Seiryu clan.
I don't need guns.
You won't seek vengeance?
No. Arakawa-san wouldn't want me to kill the young master. I'm sure of that.
Then, what will you do?
Before he died, Arakawa talked about how sad it was the Yakuza were getting used. Used like pawns by people in power. That's why he disbanded the Omi. I think he wanted the Yakuza to go back to their roots. Like how they ought to use their power to help the weak and vulnerable, not just take shit by force.
That's how it was.
That's how it could be again. Arakawa-san had a dream, and I can continue it. If all I do is kill one guy, especially if it's his son, all of Arakawa's sacrifices will be for nothing. If that's the only thing I do to honor him, I won't be able to face him in the afterlife. What I really want to do is open the young master's eyes. Give him a wake-up call. Smack him upside the head if I have to. That's the best thing I could do.
Kasuga, Arakawa was truly blessed to have you. Do what you think is right. I'm sorry if my idea of payback offended you in any way.
I assure you it did not, Chairman.
How do you plan on getting an audience with Aoki? You can't just walk into the Tokyo government office and ask to see the governor.
It's all good. I think I've got something figured out.
You can pull a plan out of your ass just like that, huh? Still, going anywhere near Aoki will mean tight security. Take some of my men. At the very least, they'll bring your body back.
I appreciate the offer, really. But I'll be fine by myself. I've already got the best crew I could ask for. Oh, jeez. You waited for me?
How'd it go?
Fine. Sorry to run off and get treated to a fancy meal without you guys.
Well, looks like it put some pep back in you.
Yeah, I figure if I keep moping around, Arakawa-san's gonna come down and kick my ass. But anyway, how about we go visit Kume?
Visit Kume? Why?
To make him arrange a meeting. I want to meet with Aoki. And Kume's got the hookup, seeing as he's Ogasawara's replacement.
Sure, but why do you...
I'm going to get him to start thinking and doing things like Arakawa-san would have wanted.
Sounds like a long shot. What makes you think Kume will cooperate with you?
Oh, did I leave out the part where we rough him up? I mean, the guy deserves it.
Hell yeah, he does. I'm in. Get out the bloodhounds and let's start the search.
No search required. Today is announcement day.
What's that?
The deadline for every candidate to submit their paperwork. The political brawl has begun.
Man, do you know everything?
The fate of the Great Wall hangs on this election. Why wouldn't I be following it closely?
Do you know where Kume would be on announcement day?
Well, each candidate will give their first speech in their district, usually on a huge stage. Kume's district, Kanagawa's second, has a massive stage by the gate on Isizaki Road.
Let's head over to Isizaki Road then.
Me! Oh. Chinese food and beer really do go hand in hand.
Sure you wouldn't rather have Shaoxing wine?
I hope you're not thinking that's all we drink over in China. Depending on the region, some people only use it to cook. They don't even drink it at all.
Huh, I had no idea. Now that you bring it up, not everyone in Japan drinks sake either.
Exactly. And beer's sold practically everywhere around here.
Good old beer, huh? Beloved in every country. And I say we toast to the #1 intoxicant worldwide.
Oh yeah. And in China, we say, Ganbei!
Hey, that sounds just like Kanpai.
Ganbei!
Ganbei!
Delicious.
ありがとうございました
Drink very high tolerance.
どちらまでそれでは
while the crime lords cackle with glee. Virtuous, law-abiding citizens are cowering in fear. What's become of our once great nation? When did morality become the butt of the joke? I alone can deliver this country back into the hands of her upstanding citizenry. I am Sota Kume, and a vote for me is a vote for change!
After all we've been through, I'm actually starting to agree with the guy.
Come on, what he's saying is a load of crap. No matter how drunk everyone is on bleached Japan jungle juice.
That kind of drunk can mess you up as bad as my kind. Tragic way, Kume is just another name on Aoki's long list of victims.
Our enemies don't deserve our sympathy.
Good point. Let's get him. Hey, mind letting us through? Excuse us.
Hey, you can't just barge in here.
Oh, sorry, sir. Could you just let us... Wait. Don't I know you? Oh, yeah! You were a bodyguard in the parking lot!
He's not the only guy we've seen before. There's a bunch of Omi here.
Well, look at that. You saved me the trouble of tracking you down. Time to pay for that shit you pulled in the parking lot!
I'll show you how it's done.
Well... Game on.
Excellent.
Feeling better.
Thought you could interfere, did you? Well, not today.
I doubt this was the only speech Kume's giving today. Where's he going right now?
His campaign stops and stuff are listed on his website. The more people, the better. But I can promise, you ain't getting close to Kume.
Will he not talk to regular people?
No. But don't worry, he's gonna win. Governor's orders. All y'all's been blacklisted as threats. You better get ready for the takeover. More Omi boys than I can count are rolling on over here to Injincho. Whole place will be swarmed. You won't be able to take a shit without us knowing.
Fuckers! Aoki's always one step ahead of us.
I certainly am. I realize there's no precedent for a governor to intervene in national politics. But there's never been a precedent anytime we advanced as a society.
What about your critics who say you're just too young? That national politics is no place for schoolyard debates?
Are they implying local politics is some kind of playground?
No, I don't think they're saying that.
How about we take another look at the survey results? 80% of respondents said they support Governor Aoki assuming the role of party chair. The principal reason for their support was the success of the Kamurocho 3K plan. Do you have any comments about that, Aoki-san?
I couldn't have achieved the amazing results of the 3K plan without the Tokyo Metropolitan Police. That was how cooperation between law enforcement and local government should look.
What about the Yakuza still in Kamurocho after the Tojo clan's collapse? There are rumors that a delegation of Kansai Yakuza have filled the void.
By Kansai Yakuza, do you mean the Omi Alliance? Because I recently heard that they are officially dissolved.
Yes, that is confirmed. But doesn't that in fact prove something else? Doesn't it prove we can reduce Yakuza activity without a risky policy like the Kamurocho 3K plan?
It's not a risky policy. Not compared to the risks of letting Yakuza run free. I'm sure you've also heard that Masumi Arakawa, an officer who spearheaded the dissolution, was murdered. So you see, it may seem like this was a peaceful process, but I think it was anything but. As always, the underworld keeps hidden its dark, unseemly truth. On the other hand, the Kamurocho 3K plan didn't involve any murder at all. My plan was the perfect example of a peaceful process, accomplished with my expertise from Bleach Japan.
Speaking of which, the Citizens Liberal Party is endorsing quite a number of Bleach Japan candidates this cycle. As party chair, what are your priorities?
I want to rejuvenate the Citizens Liberal Party. The Bleach Japan candidates are young and brimming with energy. By harnessing that energy, I know we can bleach all the gray zones in this entire nation.
This bastard's using Arakawa's death to win an election, after all but pulling the trigger himself. It's disgusting. Just when I thought I couldn't hate politicians anymore, he gives me a reason.
Guys, remember the mission. Kumei's going to give another speech somewhere, so what do we do?
Well, judging by how it went down here, we won't be able to lay a finger on him.
Sounds like you're in a tight spot.
Chairman.
So, you figured your best path to Aoki was just to scare the shit out of Kume?
Guilty as charged. But they're always one step ahead of us. Anyway, what are you doing here?
I forgot to give you something back at Heian Tower.
Huh? Can't think of what that'd be. What is it?
Gazuga, did you already forget the task you entrusted to me?
The task Oh! Finding a candidate!
Yes. Remember the whole point of collecting all that money to make Kume lose?
Yeah, did you find someone? Someone who can win?
Well, I searched far and wide.
But you didn't find anyone.
But then, all of a sudden, it hit me.
Yeah? Lay it on me.
Gazuga, you should run.
What?
I only wish I'd thought of it earlier.
Wait just a second, back it up. Why the hell should it be me? I don't have a snowball's chance in hell of winning this.
True. I doubt you'd even get enough votes to qualify for the return of your registration deposit.
So why would you want to flush $3 million down the drain?
Well, the money doesn't matter.
It does to me.
3 million yen is a deal if it gives us a chance to catch Kume.
I'm not really following, Chairman.
In every election, the candidates drive around in their trucks giving speeches. The district's not that big, so they frequently run into each other. And when they do, it's customary for them to wish each other luck and shake hands. It's a farce, of course, but it's custom. That's your chance to get close to him.
So if I run in the election, I can walk right up to Kume.
Compared to Kume, you'd be a nobody, what they call a fringe candidate. Since Kume's victory is assured, he'll be expected to be a good sport. That includes not turning you down for a handshake if you ask for one.
He can't just say no?
If he did, everyone would say he acted like an arrogant jerk to the underdog. Bad press spreads quickly. And public opinion changes with the wind. You see how perfect it is? This is how you corner Kume. See, your original plan was to make Kume lose. But now the plan is just to use him as a stepping stone, correct?
Aren't you guys forgetting something? Ichiban did hard time. For murder.
It doesn't matter what's on your record. Once you've served your term, you can run. What do you say, Kasuga? I wish I could tell you to take your time and think it over, but time is a luxury you don't have. The deadline to announce your candidacy is today. You have to decide right now.
Then I'll do it.
Seriously?
Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's sane, but...
Then hurry to the election office and get your paperwork done. It's the government, so naturally they close pretty early.
Wait, what time is it?
Holy shit, guys, we gotta hurry.
Let's run! Where's the election office anyway?
In the Nishihama building on Carriage Highway.
Thanks!